Alert 360 proporciona soluciones de seguridad sólidas y personalizadas a clientes residenciales y comerciales, ya sea seguridad en el hogar, detección de incendios y monóxido de carbono, protección contra inundaciones, atención conectada para personas mayores, soluciones de vigilancia administradas por video, monitoreo de alarma las 24 horas al día, 7 días a la semana y seguridad de personas. Alert 360 es su solución ideal. Además, Alert 360 tiene integraciones inteligentes para el hogar y el negocio, para una total tranquilidad, protegiendo lo más importante y reduciendo los costos de energía con nuestras funciones de programación automática de primera línea. Alert 360 ofrece descuentos en servicios de seguridad a personal militar, veteranos, primeros respondientes, educadores y personal hospitalario. No seas víctima, da un paso fuerte hoy. Llame a Rosana Torres al 832-863-8574 para su consulta gratuita.
Broadcasting live from Houston, from the space city to the world. You are watching Now Media Television.
This is Pain Diaries. Remember, take care of you so you can take care of business. I'm Dr. Suzanne Manzi, and I'm the co-owner of Performance Pain and Sports Medicine. Today's show is going to be awesome. We're going to discuss more exciting wellness and pain management treatments. Stay tuned as I have a few special guests sharing their stories. You can find me in Houston, Texas at Performance Pain and Sports Medicine and online at www.performancepain.com. Make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel at Pain Diaries Dr. Manzi and share the show with those you love. Hello. Again, I'm Dr. Suzanne Manzi, and this is Pain Diaries.
Oye, Lily dice que AT&T le da a todos las mejores ofertas.
Minus the air quotes.
Las mejores ofertas.
No need to wink. Others say they give everyone a deal, but not everyone gets the best deal.
Te lo dije, aquí las mejores ofertas son para todos con una variedad de planes.
You were right.
Is she always right?
Always.
En AT&T les damos a todos nuestras mejores ofertas en cada smartphone.
Welcome back to Pain Diaries. I'm Dr. Suzanne Manzi, physician owner of Performance Pain and Sports Medicine here in Houston, Texas, and I am pleased to introduce my guest and colleague, Dr. Jordan Tate, one of the physician partners with Southern Spine. She has multiple offices in Georgia, but she practices in Jasper. Hey, Dr. Tate, welcome to the show. My favorite Southern.
Hi, Dr. Manzi. Thanks for having me on. This is so exciting.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for taking time out of your busy day to spend an afternoon with us on Pain Diaries.
It's my honor. Thank you for having me on.
I'm so excited to chat today with you about your new practice and your journey in becoming a doctor that specializes in pain medicine. So tell me how you got here.
Well, sure. How much time do we have, right? I'll take you back and I'll be brief. So I always wanted to be a doctor. The only thing I ever wanted to do since I was 5 years old. And I went to med school thinking I knew for sure that I was going to be a pediatrician. I really wanted to take care of babies. I thought maybe I would help little babies with cerebral palsy. I loved neuroscience. And somewhere on my journey, I realized I actually like adults a lot better, and I had a lot more rapport with them, and I really actually like our older adults. But it wasn't until I was in med school that my older brother started experiencing back pain. And at the time, I mean, I was only 22, so he was 26. And he went to multiple different doctors. He went to the ER, he went to urgent care, he went to primary care, and everybody was writing him off. They weren't taking him seriously because he was young, he had tattoos. They were stereotyping him as a drug seeker, and they were not taking his pain seriously. And it wasn't until he saw a neurologist who did a physical exam and realized that there was probably something very wrong and ordered an MRI. And he was then diagnosed with a neurofibroma, which is a spinal tumor.
Oh, wow.
That was compressing on some nerves, explaining all of his chronic back pain. So he ultimately had to have surgery, spine surgery, and he did phenomenally well. But it was very much impressed on me that we need to take people seriously when they complain of pain, that you cannot judge a book by its cover. Doesn't matter if they're young or old, covered in tattoos, whatever it may be. We owe it to our fellow human to give them a chance, do the workup, order the MRI, take them at their word, and really explore with them what they're experiencing. Because, I mean, he could have been paralyzed if this tumor had been allowed to continue to grow. And so that was really important and impactful in my experience. And I really got excited about this idea of chronic pain and chronic pain interventions. And then I found out that the field is really amazing. And there's a wide breadth of opportunity to help a lot of different patients along their pain journeys. Sometimes you get to meet them once and you do a quick epidural and they're great for a decade. And other times they become part of your family at the clinic, right? We see them regularly and we are continuing to help them through their chronic pain journey.
Absolutely. What a compelling story. Thank you for sharing that. I know you have this reputation of kind of taking people under your wing and, you know, you're just a good human. And I can totally see how that could have affected your family. And you saw that you can probably make that change for the better of humanity. That's really awesome.
Thank you, and thank you for the compliment. And yes, I mean, it was obviously a big deal to our family to have somebody diagnosed with a spinal tumor. But you know, I mean, that's just indicative of what a lot of people are going through and how impactful, you know, pain can change the course of your predetermined or what you thought was going to be your life. And you know, it's an honor to be able to be there for people and to help guide them through that journey.
Absolutely. And I know you've taken this to another level now because you're so deeply involved with your new practice and you've incorporated research into your practice. So can you tell the audience how you've incorporated research and chronic pain management and how this advances the field and why it's so important?
Yeah, there's a lot of patients out there who are suffering from chronic pain, and we get frustrated as physicians because we sometimes are met with denials from insurance, or we come up against kind of the ends of where we are with Western medicine and what is available out there. And so we know that there are patients who will benefit from the more. What more could be done? What outside of the box kind of thinking do we need to turn into standard practice and have options for some of these patients that have refractory pain syndromes, meaning that they haven't responded to some of the typical or classic treatment. And that's where the idea of research, you know, pushing the envelope, going that little bit further, seeing what else we can find that can be helpful for our patients. And this kind of my initial foray into research really started with some of my chronic pelvic pain patients because they, more than a lot of other pain sufferers, have very limited options because very little research has been done in the field of chronic pelvic pain. And it had often been written off as, well, we just don't know a lot about it. There's not much we can do. When I was in my fellowship and we had our textbook of pain, there was a chapter on pelvic pain, and it was about 3 pages long.
Wow.
Right? And we have 17 chapters on chronic low back pain. So we know that there's a lot that we don't know about chronic pelvic pain. And if we really want to offer treatments, we're going to have to go out and figure them out and research them ourselves. And that's really where I started with research. And now I'm involved in several different projects that span a lot of different pain phenomenons, chronic osteoarthritis of the knee, chronic spinal conditions, as well as continuing to research in chronic pelvic pain.
That's fantastic. It's so great, to have a female physician that I can call a colleague. We're doing this together and we're getting patients what they need. I too am also enrolled in a study with the chronic knee osteoarthritis. And it's just amazing that, patients can get the treatment, especially if, it is outside the box and not necessarily on their insurance coverage. And, there's just so many new options out there, and we're in this field of cutting edge technologies that are available, and research is a great way to bring those to patients.
It really is. It really is. It's amazing how many patients are out there and they find themselves not responding to some of the standard treatments and feeling like their only option is a major invasive surgery. So it's really nice to expand the breadth of options that are in between.
Absolutely. And now I know you just recently started a new practice with your partner, Dr. Andy Patel, who I also had on this show. Did. Tell us about your new practice and the locations and your partners, and how's it going?
It's going really well. Thank you. Yes, we banded together about 1.5 years ago, and we have started kind of in tandem, 2 different practices. We're about an hour apart from each other in the greater Atlanta area. But we working together to develop our policies and procedures and really streamline, yep, there we are, and really streamline our practice. And what we really wanted to accomplish, there's a lot of pain practices out there, but we really wanted to offer that hometown, small feel where every patient feels like a member of our family. And we wanted to be able to make sure that we were giving comprehensive care. And so that includes, physical therapy, medication management, interventions, minor procedures and surgeries. But sometimes it's just as simple as giving advice, lifestyle modifications, which maybe is not that simple, but, focusing on wellness and being a little more holistic. We found that many other practices in the area, they find their niche and they say, well, I do epidurals, and if you don't need an epidural, then I can't help you. I only do regenerative medicine. And if you don't want regenerative medicine, then I can't help you. Right. And so It's nice to be able to have that one-stop option for patients and really have the breadth of options available for them.
No, that's fantastic. Because I think, that's how I practice too. And my partner and I, and, we kind of have the entire one-stop shop for wellness, for regenerative, for interventional pain procedures, for implantable devices, the whole shebang. And it's just so nice. The patients are like, one of them actually asked me today, can you just manage my blood pressure too?
Right.
Well, I think
that is true. That. We do get those that say, oh, it seems like you do so much here.
Yeah, you're managing.
Do you ever look in ears? I'm like, maybe not.
So I was like, yeah, I would like to, but I'm sorry, I can't.
Yeah. Yes, you are an inspiration. So we are trying to model exactly what you and Dr. Rita Holt have out in Texas and emulate that here in Georgia.
That's so sweet of you. But I'm glad you guys banded together. Speaking to Andy, he seems like a great doc as well, just like you. I've known you for years now. And I wanted to also bring to the attention to our guests that, we're board members on the WIPM Society, the Women Innovators in Pain Management. So what does that bring for you? Why did you decide to say, yes, I want to be a board member in this society?
Right. We have so little extra time as being moms and physicians and practice owners. Some might think that we're crazy, that in addition to research, we're also sitting on the board of some national societies. And it really has to do with mentorship and creating those leaders in the field that we want to be and want to see. And it's about protecting our space overall. You know, we're in a small community of pain doctors, and we want to make sure that we are all doing things not necessarily exactly the same, but in a similar enough fashion, and that we're being smart about it, and that we're following evidence, and that we have some cohesion in the way that we practice across the country. And by doing that, we will be able to continue to practice pain medicine more long term. And what we know is that going to a lot of our conferences over the years and through fellowship and residency and even back into med school, there weren't a lot of women leaders in pain medicine. We know that we represent less than 20% of the pain doctors are female, and many are not able to get out there and do research and be leaders in the field. And if we want that, we have to be that. And so that's what I think we bring to WIPM, Women Innovators in Pain Medicine, is creating those role models so that more women will continue to go into pain management, so that it can continue to be a holistic practice, and hopefully keep moving that needle forward.
For sure. True inspiration. Thank you so much, Dr. Jordan Tate. I'm really happy to have you on the show today. Really appreciate your time, and
thank you so much.
We're very lucky to have you in Jasper, Georgia.
Thank you. This is amazing what you're doing. Hello to everybody out there watching. Thanks for having me on.
Yeah, I look forward to seeing your practice grow, and hopefully people will find you. You know, hopefully this show will get the word out as well for your new practice.
Sounds great.
Awesome.
Thank you.
So good to see you. I'll see you soon. Thanks again. This is Dr. Suzanne Manzi and Dr. Jordan Tate, and we're on Pain Diaries. We'll see you after a commercial break.
Hey, Lily says AT&T is giving everyone their best deals.
Minus the air quotes.
Best deals.
No need to wink. Others say they give everyone a deal, but not everyone gets the best deal.
Told you, the best deals are for everyone here, with a choice of plans.
You were right.
Is she always right?
Always.
At AT&T, we give everyone our best deals on every smartphone.
Hi, and welcome back. Dr. Suzanne Manzi here. We are on Pain Diaries, broadcasting here in Houston, Texas. I would like to introduce our special guest, founder of Union Studio Yoga, Kimberly Tarns. Thank you so much for being here with us today.
Thank you so much for having me today. It's a real pleasure and treat to be here.
So I really love yoga and appreciate a great yoga class. There's so many different styles and options for all different people and all walks of life. So I thought maybe we could introduce yoga with the different types and what people can look forward to.
Sure. Well, especially at our studio, we offer a variety of classes. I've been teaching a style called Vinyasa, creative Vinyasa, for almost 20 years. But I've noticed that the fluidity of that movement and kind of the athleticism is not for everyone. So we've brought in a practice of yin yoga, which it's longer holds, a little bit more contemplative. We've got the style of restorative yoga, which is really a meditative approach. So you'll be put in postures for longer periods of time, and somebody will kind of guide you into relaxation in each one of those postures. We've got Ashtanga yoga, which is a very specific kind of sequencing, which is fairly athletic. But yeah, there's so many different kinds of yoga. I even teach at least once a month in my meditation classes something called yoga nidra, which is a non-sleep deep rest, which is a guided meditation to help get you to places that are restful but not sleep. So it's a great healing place to hang out in the body and the mind.
Wow, that's really fantastic.
Thank you.
Do people fall asleep ever during that? Or
They sure do.
They do.
They sure do. And I always encourage it too, because if you're falling asleep in a place like that, it probably means you really need some rest.
And you let go at that point.
Yeah,
yeah. And that's what people are looking for.
Absolutely.
So besides just falling asleep in some of these deep, restful classes, let's talk about the benefits of yoga for stress reduction and mental health.
Of course, yeah. And you know, it's something that's not super intuitive to people. What I think our society and the norms have brought us to like know as normal is just go, 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 go. So we've practiced going and living a stressful, high activity life. And when you do that, those are your go-tos, those are your habits. And so what yoga tries to do is to bring in kind of the counterpart to that, right? So you'll start to tap into those processes and tools for the parasympathetic nervous system. In other words, those places where we go when we rest and digest. That's the rest and digest versus the fight, flight, faint, all those active things that the sympathetic nervous system gets us into. We want both. You want to be able to get up in the morning, you want that cortisol, you want an adrenaline, you want to be able to move and actively pursue career and passion. And you want to be able to rest and settle down and be able to relax and get some deep sleep. So by training both parts of that nervous system, you'll become a little bit more effective and clear even in the more active parts of your life.
For sure. And I know, especially with the pandemic that just happened, mental health has exploded. There's not enough mental health providers out there to really kind of address the situation that people have been in lately. And yoga is something they can do on their own. Meditation is something they can do on their own. And I feel like it's such a need for people. And not just people that are stressed, just everybody needs it at some point in their life. So can you go into that a little bit more?
Of course. Yeah, it can be a little bit intimidating, I think, to try something new. In our yoga studio, we really hope we focus on making people feel comfortable when they come into the studio. We make things accessible. There are plenty of ways and terminologies to talk about the postures and the different tools of yoga. We try to make that practical and leave some of the Sanskrit to the side until you're ready to hear it. But we also offer live streaming so that you can do things at home, right, without somebody's eyes always looking at you. And we hope to give you the tools, right, so that you can set yourself up for success. Meditation is difficult because you haven't done it before. We call it a practice for a reason. So when you sit down for the first time, your mind is going to go crazy until it slows down, until you remember that's what the mind is supposed to do. With meditation and at the studio, we try to remind people that just to follow your breath. Every time that mind comes in, the temptation to follow those thoughts, we remind people to follow the breath again. Just be here and now. And that's the power of the breath. And
people finding their breath, I remember when I first started doing yoga, it was hard at first. It was like breathing in for certain poses and then breathing out for the way you have to get through the poses and get deeper. And even just starting that from a meditation standpoint, it's a learned practice. I completely agree. And I always encourage people when I recommend yoga to my patients, I tell them it might not be the first time that they're going to get what they're looking for. It's going to take a few sessions before they can really feel comfortable and feel comfortable in their skin, learning how to reduce their stress, but through their breathing.
Absolutely, absolutely. And I think that there's a perception of meditation because the outside appearance of somebody meditating is super peaceful. But honestly, when you close your eyes and it's the first time that you've kind of sat alone with your, thoughts just spiraling. It's anything but peaceful on the inside. So what you're really just learning to do is to build a pathway to your breath in the present moment. And what you find is that your mind stops nagging so loudly. So just to give yourself plenty of opportunities, right? Even if the first time that you're doing it and you find, I'm sitting down for 5 minutes and I think I got about 3 breaths that I paid attention to. Congratulations, you got 3 breaths that you paid attention to. So next time maybe it's 5.
No, absolutely. I think it's amazing where yoga can take you. And for those people that haven't tried it, again, it's multiple tries before you get to that spot. And as a yoga instructor, I would assume the same, where you're always just trying to take your practice to the next level because there's so many more things you can build on it. And that's what's the cool thing about yoga. You can start as a very beginner and then go all the way to these advanced stages of the practice and still not be a master of it. So lots of levels.
Of course. And, I like to remind people that it is a lifetime of practice to become, a dedicated yoga practitioner. And I used to have a teacher that would tell me, you don't want the practice to end because that means you're no longer right. It's a practice of self-inquiry. So you're constantly just figuring out like who you are, where you are, and in each moment that can change, because there are new situations. You're building upon new experiences with every breath.
Tell me more about how patients and clients can tap into the live streaming classes.
Oh,
that's fascinating.
Yeah, of course. So we started the live streaming classes obviously around 2020. And we really shift to an online modality as well. So if you go to our website, which is unionstudio.yoga, to book a class, every class will have an option either to be in studio or online. And those online or live streaming classes are available to you. You'll get an email after you sign up, and it'll take you to a Zoom link. And we record and live stream all of our classes.
That is really fantastic. I definitely encourage people who haven't tried yoga, to even start with the meditation ones, because just tapping into the breath is so useful for everyday tools to manage traffic, family stress, work stress, just anything, just ways to improve your mental health so that way you can bring your cortisol levels down and just have less stress, less basically wear and tear on your immune system, and then a better life. So I really thank you so much for coming on the show today, and I'm so excited to talk about all the different benefits of yoga, and we can do it session after session, and we build, we'll completely build our yoga practice here on TV to help people jump in. So thank you again for being here.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm thrilled to be able to share the practice of yoga with everyone.
This is Pain Diaries, and we'll be back after a commercial break. I'm Dr. Suzanne Manzi. Take care of you so you can take care of business.
¿Estás cansado de la inseguridad, la situación económica y de ya sabes quién? ¿Te gustaría salir de México y emigrar a Estados Unidos? Soy Edmundo Treviño y quiero compartir contigo más de 20 años como inmigrante emprendedor en Estados Unidos. Sígueme en todas mis redes sociales para que juntos logremos ese gran sueño de emigrar y lograr conquistar el mercado americano.
Hello, I'm Dr. Suzanne Manzi, and this is Pain Diaries. Welcome back. We're going to take a closer look into a topic that may not be a topic you'd think about discussing, but pain patches are sought after by many people seeking relief from pain. Pain relief patches, are they effective and are they safe? So when you're experiencing pain, you want relief as soon as possible. One option you might consider is using a pain relief patch, but do they really work? Are they safe to use? Pain patches are a very effective and safe way to manage acute and chronic pain. They're a non-invasive, drug-free alternative to oral pain medications, and they have been studied extensively with positive results. Patches are designed to deliver medication directly to the source of pain and provide sustained relief. sometimes up to 12 hours. Pain relief patches can be used for a variety of conditions, including muscle and joint pain, back pain, arthritis, sciatica, and even menstrual cramps. They're easy to apply and can be worn discreetly under clothing. They even have a few side effects compared to oral medications. Patches deliver more medication over time, allowing for a more sustained release of medication throughout the day. This really helps to reduce the risk of side effects such as stomach irritation, drowsiness, and even confusion. So when using a pain relief patch, it's important to follow the instructions on the package and to use the patch as directed. It's also important to consult your healthcare provider to make sure that the patch is the right treatment for your condition and to make sure the patch will not interact with any other medications that you may be taking. Overall, pain relief patches are an effective and safe way to manage pain. They're convenient, discreet, and provide sustained relief up to 12 hours. They're also a drug-free alternative to oral medications and can be used safely with very few side effects. Again, it's important to consult with your healthcare provider before using a pain relief patch to make sure it's the right one for you and will not interact with any of your other medications. So, what are pain relief patches? Pain relief patches are transdermal patches, meaning they go through the skin, containing a variety of medications that are designed to provide targeted relief from pain. The patch is placed directly on the skin where the pain is located, and the medication is absorbed through the skin and enters the bloodstream, providing pain relief to the affected area. The type of medication used in a pain relief patch is dependent on the cause and severity of the pain. So some of the most common medications used in non-opioid medical patches are lidocaine, diclofenac, and menthol. Depending on the type of pain relief patch, they may be available over the counter or they may require a prescription. Prescription pain relief patches are typically more potent than over-the-counter patches, and they have a controlled release system that allows the medication to be released over several hours, providing a steadier level of relief. Pain relief patches are beneficial for providing localized relief, and they can help reduce the need for oral medications, which can have more systemic side effects. So, when used as directed, pain relief patches can provide relief for a variety of conditions, including chronic pain, arthritis, back pain, and muscle pain. However, it's important to discuss any potential risks or side effects with your doctor before starting treatment with a pain relief patch. So, how do pain relief patches work? Pain relief patches are an effective way to provide targeted relief for chronic pain, muscle aches, and inflammation without the need for oral medications. The patches are designed to deliver medication directly to the area of pain, providing fast-acting relief. Medication's absorbed through the skin and enters the bloodstream where it travels to the affected area. This allows for more effective pain relief as the medication can act directly on the source of the pain. Pain relief patches are convenient and easy to use. They can be applied to the skin in the area of pain, and the adhesive helps keep the patch in place. Patches are often designed to last for several days, meaning less frequent application and greater convenience. Medication contained in the patch may help reduce inflammation, stop pain signals from being sent to the brain, or even stimulate the body's own natural pain-killing mechanisms. This can provide long-term relief from chronic pain, as well as fast-acting relief of acute pain. Pain relief patches are an effective and convenient way to manage pain without the need for oral medications. They're designed to provide targeted relief directly to the source of pain, making them an ideal option for those with chronic pain or inflammation. Are pain relief patches really effective? Yes, pain relief patches can be effective for many people. In fact, some studies have shown they can be more effective than oral pain medication for certain types of pain, such as osteoarthritis and lower back pain. However, the effectiveness of pain relief patches can vary depending on the type of pain, the individual's response to the actual medication, and other factors. Pain relief patches are safe and effective for an option for managing acute and chronic pain. These patches contain a variety of medications, such as lidocaine and capsaicin, that are absorbed through the skin. The active ingredients in the patches work to reduce inflammation, numb the area, and block pain signals from reaching the brain. Pain relief patches can be used to treat a variety of pain conditions such as arthritis, muscle strain, nerve damage, and chronic pain. For those suffering from chronic pain, a prescription pain relief patch can provide long-term relief with minimal side effects. The patches are designed to deliver medication slowly over a period of time, allowing the patient to maintain a consistent pain relief level. The patches are typically applied once a day and can be worn for up to 3 days. The patches are also convenient as they can be easily removed and reapplied with minimal disruption to daily activities. When considering a prescription pain relief patch, it is important to discuss the risks and the benefits with your doctor. Pain relief patches have been found to be safe and effective for many people, but there are potential side effects such as skin irritation, headaches, and dizziness. It's important to follow the instructions and the warnings on the medication packaging and to contact your doctor if any questions or concerns arise. So, are pain relief patches safe? Prescription pain relief patches can provide safe and effective relief from acute and chronic pain. When used as directed, these patches are generally safe, but like any medication, there's potential side effects. Most commonly, pain relief patches can cause skin irritation, itching, redness, and blistering, a very local reaction. In rare cases, more serious side effects can occur, such as allergic reactions, breathing problems, and even overdose. So, to reduce the risks of these side effects, it's so important to talk to your healthcare provider before using any pain relief patch and follow the instructions provided with the patch very carefully. To ensure the best outcome, it's important to select the right patch for your needs. Pain relief patches come in a variety of forms: transdermal, topical, and systemic patches. Transdermal patches are designed to deliver medication right through the skin into the bloodstream and can provide long-lasting pain relief. Topical patches are applied to the skin and work to reduce inflammation and pain at the area of application. Systemic patches are designed to target the areas of the body that are difficult to reach with other type of patches. So, when choosing a pain relief patch, again, it's important to consult with your healthcare provider. Your doctor can help you decide which type of patch is best suited for your condition and can help monitor your progress to ensure the patch is providing the desired results. What are the advantages of pain relief patches? There are several. So, some advantages to using pain relief patches. First of all, they provide targeted pain relief directly to the site of pain without affecting other parts of the body. Second, they can provide long-lasting pain relief, as some patches can last up to 12 hours. Third, they can be convenient and easy to use, as you simply apply the patch to the affected area and leave it on. Pain relief patches offer a safe and convenient way to manage chronic or acute pain. Used for a variety of conditions, including arthritis, muscle pain, and nerve pain, these patches are applied directly to the site of the pain. The patch releases a slow, steady dose of the medication directly to the area, providing targeted pain relief without affecting other parts of the body. Pain relief patches can provide long-lasting pain relief, as some patches can last up to 12 hours. This extended release is beneficial for those who suffer from chronic pain, as it eliminates the need to take multiple doses of medication throughout the day. In addition to their long-lasting benefits, pain relief patches are easy to use. We just simply apply the patch to the affected area and leave it on for the desired duration. Some patches are even waterproof, can be left in place during bathing or showering. Pain relief patches are an effective way to manage pain. They offer a range of advantages over other forms of pain relief, and they provide targeted pain relief directly to the site of the pain. They can also provide long-lasting relief for up to 12 hours. They're convenient, easy to use, and some are even waterproof and can be left in place when bathing or showering. What are the disadvantages of pain relief patches? Pain relief patches are a convenient and effective way to manage chronic pain, but there are some potential disadvantages to consider. First, they're often expensive. They may not be covered by insurance. Second, they may not be suitable for everyone, as those with skin allergies or sensitivities may experience unwanted side effects. Third, patches may not be as effective for certain types of pain, such as nerve pain, or for severe pain. Fourth, some people may be sensitive to the patch's adhesive and experience skin irritation. Fifth, a pain relief patch may interfere with certain medications, such as blood thinners, and should be used with caution. Lastly, there may be a risk of overdose if too much medication is delivered through the patch. For these reasons, it's so important to speak to your doctor before using a pain relief patch to make sure it's appropriate for your condition and that you're using it correctly. How to use a pain relief patch safely and effectively. Pain relief patches are an effective and convenient way to treat localized pain and discomfort. They can provide long-lasting relief from a variety of conditions, including muscle aches, joint pain, and arthritis. When used correctly, they can be safe and effective to find relief. The first step in using pain relief patches safely and effectively is to read and follow the directions carefully on the packaging. So you must make sure you understand the correct way to apply the patch and how long it should stay in place. Be sure to use the patch only on healthy, unbroken skin before applying the patch. Clean and dry the area where it will be applied, and be sure to wash your hands with soap and water before and after applying the patch. To ensure the patch stays in place, make sure it's pressed firmly on the skin and avoid touching the medication on the patch with your hands. You should not use more than one patch at a time unless directed by your healthcare provider. If you're using a patch in combination with other medications, be sure to consult with your doctor before using it. Additionally, be careful not to use the patch for longer than recommended. When it's not in use, the patches should be stored out of reach of children and pets. Do not dispose of the patch in the toilet or any other type of waste receptacle. Instead, use the patch disposal instructions provided by the manufacturer. By following these tips, you can ensure you're using pain relief patches safely and effectively. And if you have any questions or concerns about using these patches, be sure to consult with your healthcare provider. In conclusion, pain relief patches can be an effective option for managing pain from a variety of chronic and acute conditions. When used properly, these patches can provide long-lasting relief from pain and discomfort. They're easy to use. They can be an attractive alternative to oral medications, which can have unpleasant side effects. Patients should always consult with their healthcare provider or doctor before using a pain relief patch to ensure they are safe and appropriate for their particular situation. Pain relief patches should be used as directed, and the instructions should be followed carefully. It's important to note that these patches are not a cure-all and may not be suitable for everyone. When used properly, pain relief patches can be an effective way to manage pain. They provide long-lasting relief, they're easy to use, and can be an attractive alternative to oral medications. They can help improve quality of life and allow patients to continue living their lives. By following the instructions on the patch carefully, patients can ensure they are using the patch safely and effectively. I'm Dr. Suzanne Manzi, here with Performance Pain and Sports Medicine in Houston, Texas. And this is Pain Diaries. Take care of you so you can take care of business.
La mejor información nacional e internacional llega ahora a los Estados Unidos con Now Media, de las 7 a las 10 de la mañana de lunes a viernes. Guadalupe Juárez y Sergio Sarmiento estamos en Now Media Television en una colaboración con el Heraldo Media Group.
Dr. Manzi here. We are back on Pain Diaries, and I'd like to welcome back Dana Oliva with more insurance talk. Let's dive right in, Dana, with some questions from the audience. So where can I find the best discounts for prescription drugs?
Yeah, that's a great question. Finding discounts for prescription drugs can be a daunting task. With rising health costs, expensive medications, it can be difficult to afford the medications you need. Fortunately, there are a number of resources available that can help you find the best discounts for drug prescriptions. The first place to start your search is with the health insurance provider. Many health insurance companies offer discount plans you can help reduce the cost of your prescription drugs. These plans can vary by provider and may require you to meet certain criteria, such as having a chronic illness or being a senior citizen. Be sure to check with your health insurance provider to see what discounts they offer and if you qualify. Another great source for finding discounts on prescription drugs is your local pharmacy. Many pharmacies offer discounts for certain medications or offer deals to purchase medications in bulk. Ask your pharmacist about any discounts or specials that they may be having. To be sure to ask about general brands medications, which can often be much cheaper than the brand name version. If you do not have health insurance, you may want to consider applying for Medicaid or Medicare plan. Both programs offer coverage for prescription drugs and can help make them more affordable. Manufacturers' discounts are available directly through the drug manufacturers. These programs are designed to help reduce the cost of the drug for consumers. Eligibility requirements can vary. But typically, these programs are open to those who with no insurance coverage and those who are paying out of pocket. Now, in some cases, the drug manufacturer may offer free or discount medications depending on your level of need. Another great resource, which I use almost on a daily basis, are discount programs such as GoodRx. You may have heard about Mark Cuban's Cost Plus Drug Company, Optum Perks, Blink RX, and believe it or not, Amazon Pharmacy. They have a pharmacy now as part of their business, and BioPlus, to name a few. I also often find the best discounts at grocery stores in Houston here, like H-E-B and Kroger. Finally, ask if you can get a 90-day supply rather than a 30 with 3 refills on your prescription. Buying in a higher quantity may offer additional cost savings.
Great, Dana. I do love GoodRx for my patients and always suggest they get a 90-day supply if it's medication they need and on a stable dose. All right, next question. Are there discounts available for lower income households that do not qualify for Medicaid?
Yes, Dr. Manzi, that's a great question. Cost sharing reductions after you fill out an application with the health insurance marketplace. And these can provide household and income information. You'll find out if you qualify for a premium tax credit. That may lower your monthly health insurance bill. You'll also find out if your income qualifies you for extra savings known as cost sharing reductions. If it does, you can save money in a second way, okay? And that's by paying less out of pocket each time you get medical services. Getting extra savings with a silver plan, for instance. If you qualified for these cost-sharing reductions, you must pick a plan in the silver category to get these extra savings on an out-of-pocket costs. If you enroll in a plan in another health plan category, You can still use the premium credit, but you won't get the additional benefits of having a silver plan. Silver plans may also be available if you are eligible for a premium tax credit and can enroll through a special enrollment period based on your estimated household income. If you're enrolled in a silver plan and lose your cost sharing reduction, in other words, you make too much money this year and you end up not qualifying it towards the end of the year, you can qualify for a special enrollment period where if you want to change plans and either go to a bronze or a gold plan that may better meet your need and fit your budget. Now, how cost sharing reductions work. If you qualify for savings in out-of-pocket costs and enrollment in a silver plan, you have a lower deductible. This means the insurance plan starts to pay its share of your medical costs sooner. Okay? There are typically four savings components. The premium, okay? What you pay each month to pay on your plan, okay? The cost of the plan. Your deductible, or your responsibility before the insurance carrier begins sharing the financial responsibility with you. Your coinsurance, or out-of-pocket, the shared financial responsibility between you and the carrier. Your copay, and that's the cost of a visit when you go see your doctor. Let me give you a couple of examples on how it may work. In a particular silver plan, it has a $7,500 deductible. You have to pay the first $7,500 of medical care yourself before the insurance company pays anything, other than for your free preventative services. But if you qualify for cost-sharing reductions, your deductible for a silver plan could be $300 or $500. It really depends on your income level. You'll have lower co-payments or coinsurance. These are the payments you make each time you get care, like $30 for a doctor's visit. If a silver plan's co-payment is $30 for a doctor's visit and you enroll in the plan and qualify for those extra savings, you may only need to pay $20 or $15 or instead. You may have a lower out-of-pocket maximum, okay? And this means the total amount you'll have to pay in a year if you used a lot of care. So let's say you had a heart attack, you had to have some surgery. Those are, the types of emergencies that the deductible, the out-of-pocket, and your total out-of-pocket premiums would be for the year. Instead of $5,000, your out-of-pocket maximum with these cost-saving reductions could actually only cost you $3,000, for example. Now, these examples explain how cost-sharing reductions work. Your costs may vary depending on which plan you pick, so every plan is a little bit different. Plans in all categories have a wide range of deductibles, co-payments, co-insurances, and out-of-pocket maximums. You'll know exactly how much to save out-of-pocket costs only when you shop for silver plans in the marketplace. Since your viewers are getting assistance from a health insurance agent, like I would always suggest, they can help point out these savings and how it would financially insulate them should there be a life-changing medical event. A good website to go to would be Local Help, LOCALHELP.healthcare, HEALTHCARE.gov/get contacted. Now, these individuals have been licensed to operate in your state by the insurance commissioner, so you know you're going to be getting the most relevant information. And thank you for asking that great question.
Thanks, Dana. It's definitely worth looking into cost-sharing plans to see if they're the right fit for you. So let's ask for those of us that are self-employed, what medical coverage is available if I'm self-employed?
Ooh, you know what? That's another great question. If you're self-employed, you can use the individual health insurance marketplace to enroll in a flexible health coverage that works well for people who run their own businesses. You're considered self-employed if you have a business that takes its income but does not have any employees. So you're basically the only one being employed. You can enroll through the marketplace if you are a freelancer, a consultant, independent contractor, 1099 worker, or other self-employed worker who does not have any employees. Now, if your business has even one employee other than yourself, a spouse or family member or owner, you may be eligible to use the shop marketplace for small businesses to offer coverage to yourself and your employees. Coverage options for the self-employed: while you will fill out a marketplace application, you'll find out if you qualify for premium tax credits and other savings on health plans. This will be based on the income level and the household size. Okay, so it does take both of those into consideration. You'll also find out if you qualify for free or low-cost coverage through Medicaid and CHIP through the website in your state. This will depend on your income, your household size, and other factors. In the marketplace, you can choose from several categories of coverage, from plans with low premiums that mainly protect you in worst-case scenarios, to plans where you'll pay more each month but less out of pocket when you have health care services. This is a great time to talk with your health insurance agent to help you decide whether or not you should go one way or another, or maybe try and find a happy medium. The self-employed income and marketplace savings: when you fill out a health insurance marketplace application, you'll have to estimate your net self-employment income. Now, the marketplace savings are based on your estimated net income for the year you're getting coverage, not last year's income. So you kind of have to go by last year's income to estimate what you may be making this year. When you're self-employed, it can be hard to estimate your income for the coming months of the year. I recommend updating your monthly income in each month to see if there's a change in any of the premium tax credits you're receiving. At the end of the year, okay, this is very important, you're required to do what's called a true-up, okay, where you report your actual income for the year, where you may be required to return any overpaid premiums that you receive for the premium tax credit. Not doing so may affect the ability to enroll in a plan for the following year until that adjustment has been paid, and may even prevent you from getting coverage if you do not square up by the end of the following year's open enrollment. This is why it's always recommended to do a monthly financial check so there's no surprises at the end of the year. That was, again, a really great question.
So Dana, you mentioned shop plans. Can you tell us a little more about these plans and how they work?
Oh, sure, yeah. The Small Business Health Option Program, or SHOP, is for small employers who want to provide health and or dental insurance to their employees. To purchase a SHOP insurance, your business or a nonprofit organization generally must have 1 to 50 employees. If eligible, you do not have to wait for open enrollment period. Okay, you basically set your own open enrollment. You can start offering SHOP coverage to your employees any time of year. Your SHOP insurance gives you the choice and flexibility. You can offer your employees one plan, let them choose from multiple plans, offer only health coverage, only dental coverage, or both. You can choose how much you pay toward your employees' premiums and whether to offer coverage to the dependents. Decide how long new employees have to wait before they can enroll. You can work with an agent or broker and choose the current shop registered agent or broker to find a new one to help you enroll in coverage. My specialization is with insurance, so ask your tax professional if you may be eligible for the small business healthcare tax credit. Enrolling in shop insurance is generally the only way for eligible small employers to take advantage of this credit. And you may qualify if you have fewer than 25 full-time equivalent or FTE employees, making an average of about $56,000 or less. The website for the shop plans is www.healthcare.gov/CSEE-plans, PLANS, /hashtag small business, SMALL-BUSINESS. Again, thanks for having me, Dr. Manzi. This is Dana Oliva over at Alliance Insure Group, the benefits strategist here. You can be reached at 281-80